First of all, you have to have courageous conversations, which is actually a series that we've also named after this. And it basically means addressing topics that are maybe not always easy to discuss, but so that people understand what the challenges are for women. I think it's always important when we talk about diversity, equity and inclusion to look at all sides of the equation. And that's what we're aiming to do with those courageous conversations. Then there's a second element of which I think Credit Suisse can be really proud of. It's the Real Returns program. It was started in 2014. It's an award-winning program, and it basically helps people who've had an extended career break return. And not only does it enable you to leverage your expertise, which you've generated over the years across various businesses, but it also gives you access to a wide network. And that has really proven in terms of helping people come back to the workforce. If we think about numbers, making sure that we close the gender gap would actually mean increasing the GDP by a staggering $28 trillion. And I think that's the kind of figure that we need to have in mind when we look at why this is a business rationale for everyone, not just Credit Suisse. So specifically at Credit Suisse, we've also set ourselves targets. And to be very clear, what doesn't get measured doesn't get improved. So therefore, I strongly believe that we need to be looking at numbers. So on the senior level, at the MD level, we want to reach 20% of managing directors by 2025, and we also want to reach 27% of directors. What are we doing to achieve that? First of all, it's really important to look at the development of the person from a holistic point of view. What often happens to women is they don't have enough visibility, so therefore the connection and the networking is essential to everyone. The second part is looking after your career. So elements such as the personal development plan, which we provide, are essential. That you write them up, you think about them, and then you also discuss them with your manager. And maybe lastly, and that's just the beginning as well, is looking at networks, looking as to how we can help women in the workforce, networking, connecting, and one of those is the advanced networks in Switzerland. And there are many more across the globe, but this is the one that we have chosen to connect with in Switzerland. Typically, women are the ones who bear the lion's share in terms of childcare, in terms of bringing the children to school. Sometimes also not just the childcare, we forget that afterwards you often look after the elderly and the parents, so you're a little bit caught in between. So I think one of the key concepts is flexibility. If you look at some data, the OECD studies have shown that 300% of work is done by women, and that is the amount of unpaid work. So women actually do spend their fair share in working. It is just not remunerated in the same way. And that again is one of the challenges we have, because women then leave the talent pipeline before they've had a chance to move up through the ranks. Looking after the children means taking away some time that is crucial in terms of career, which is linked to personal development, which is linked to networking, which is why we're very specifically at Credit Suisse targeting either female networks or support that can be given in terms of networking, in terms of visibility, in terms of personal development. There's only 10% of women, according to Morningstar research, who are actually in the fund management and in the investment management business. But there's a positive angle to that as well, because many of the global financial services industry offer various positions, and what typically attracts women, or often attracts women, are also career changes and career movements. So for those banks, and Credit Suisse is putting a focus on that, who are serious about mobility, be it in the job description, be it in the geography, you can actually move across financial services and get to see very many different roles and see also what fits you better. So I actually think that the financial services industry, through its diversity, which may not be obvious at face value, can be quite attractive to women.